G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with another episode of Neverwinter Nights 2 official campaign, our human archery ranger playthrough. When last we left off, we are just about to go through the trial and see if we can clear our name. Right. As I said in the last episode, once you've got the four main initial items that you need, the poison corpse in Ember, which gives you a +1 to your clue score, the quartermaster's log from Ember, which gives you another one, so that's 2, the assassin's ring from the glowstone caverns, that's another 2, so that's 4 points. There we go, 4. And then the alteration powder. Now, if you could do it without killing Lisa, you get 3, but we had to kill her, so we get 2. So that gives us a total of 6. We have 6 points. Now, if you have between 0 and 5 at the end of the trial, you are guilty. You're found guilty, at which point you can invoke trial by combat and fight your way out of it. If we get between 6 and 13 points, we will gain the feat or the property called wrongly accused, which doesn't actually give you anything, but you know, it shows that you were wrongly accused, and Lord Nasher gives you an amulet of truth, true seeing, basically. If we can get 14 or higher, we also get the Master Orator property. Now, we are not going to be able to get the Master Orator. I think you need someone who has, good diplomacy and potentially bluff. And some of those sorts of charisma-based skills, which we just do not have. Although Intimidate, I think, is... Bluff is charisma, Intimidate is strength. But anyway, any of those sorts of skills, you can bump the points up at the various points in the trial. You pick certain options, which this guide that I've got tells me which ones are the best, and you can potentially get up to those points. Now, because we have all 4 items, and we have 6 points, we can, at the first opportunity, just tell Sand to run the trial and be done with it. And that'll push us all the way through really, really quickly. I'm not going to do that. I am going to go through and try and do every little bit of the trial that is available to us. There is a lot that might not be available. There are certain things... there are certain people that come up and talk depending on your class, depending on whether you've completed certain quests or not. Lots of different little things. So there's lots of ways that you can affect all of this. But just based on what we have done, we're going to go through and we're going to get through this, and we are going to be found innocent. So let's get going. How goes your investigation? Our mages and scouts have turned up nothing. I think I found enough clues to prove my innocence. If you're certain, but I wouldn't put it past those Loskins to find some counter evidence and then they'll have you executed. Are you sure? Yes, let's do this. All right, then, let's take this to Nasher.
Lord Nasher Alagandar, Defender of Neverwinter, and Reverend Judge Olef Uskar, Lord Justiciar of Tyr.
Bring in the accused. Reverend Judge, let the trial commence.
We are gathered here to determine the truth of the crime committed in the small village of Ember. Its people slaughtered to the last man, woman, and child. Under Tyr's guidance shall the truth of this matter be revealed, and justice delivered. Is the accuser here?
I speak for those the accused slaughtered at Ember. and I am here to see that justice is carried out this day.
Okay, so apparently either of these two options give you a +1. That one gives you a -1. I don't. You don't speak for the Dead of Ember, Ambassador. You are the one responsible.
I think you speak out of turn, murderer. You are on trial today, not I.
Enough! Both of you will be silent.
Oh, this will be fun. Well said, by the way. Nothing like a simple turn of phrase to make Torio look the fool.
And is the accused here? And his defender?
We are present and eager to bring the truth of this matter into Tyr's sight, Reverend Judge.
Very well. We now list the items presented by the accused in their defense, and they will be shown to the people of the court, Lord Nasher, and held aloft for the eye of Tyr to see. First off,
it may take a while for them to get through all the evidence, bless it, and the rest of the ritual nonsense, so if you have anything you want to ask, now's the best time.
Okay, so at this point, we just got a +1 to our score, making it 7. As part of the whole evidence thing, you actually get you get bonuses or penalties. If our clue score was from 0 to 2, we get a -1. If our clue score was 3 to 4, we get a +0. And if our clue score was 5 to 6, we get a +1. If our clue score was 7, which we could only get if we didn't have to kill the Dryad, we would get a +3 at this point. But we're going to get a +1, making us +8. Or 8 is our score at the moment. So I'm going to try and keep track of that. There's not a lot we can do here. Let's just hear the evidence out.
and that is the evidence before us.
Ah, that went over well. I think we've done some damage to their case, and put a nice little twist of the dagger in Torio's side.
The accuser, Ambassador Torio Claven of Luskin, may now call witnesses to the stand.
I think we have seen enough of these objects and speculation. Let us hear from those who witnessed the truth.
I don't think any of this stuff at the moment actually matters. Let her bring witnesses in. I look forward to
Another
it.
witness, yes, and a most important one, Reverend Judge. Unknown to many, the people of Ember were not slaughtered to the last woman and child.
Now, interestingly, the notes I have here, you remember the gnome, I think she was the gnome merchant around behind the watch house in the docks who was getting shaken down by the thugs and was happy about that because that meant she had come up in the world as a merchant? Well, apparently, if you let the thugs do that, she will appear here on the stand, and actually it's pretty easy to get some good points off of her just by greeting her favorably and stuff like that. But there's also a lot that you can get negatives, so maybe don't go with that. See, I've got this option to take it from here, Sand. That's this thing I keep talking about. If you click that at any time, you will get the most, you will just not get any more penalties or anything like that. And whatever number of points you have is what you will have at the end. So I could have done this straight away, which means we would have finished at like 7 or 8 points, which is enough for us to get found innocent.
I call on Elaine, the last living resident of Ember, to speak on what she saw that fateful day. Elaine, Thank you for coming here. I know how difficult it must be, but you realize that you are the only voice of Ember that survived that terrible tragedy. Now, please tell the court what you saw.
I saw the accused. They're at Ember. He killed them all.
Elaine, no.
Chandra, do you know this woman?
Yes, I didn't know she survived Ember. Where's she been hiding?
Okay. I have to say this because these other options won't really do me any good, but this actually gives me a negative with Chandra, which doesn't help a lot later, so...
What do you expect me to say to her? You and I aren't exactly best friends. Anything I said would just hurt things more.
This isn't good. We need to change the course of the river streaming from her eyes, or we're all going to hang.
Okay, so... the best option here is to just let her speak, which does give us a -1. But I can't be sure that these diplomacy checks will pass, although this one is fairly easy to pass. We might try this.
Please wait until the ambassador has had her chance. You will have an opportunity. For now, let us hear the testimony.
Go on, Elaine. Tell us what you saw.
All those people. And they had no weapons. They had no way of fighting back.
But the accused slaughtered them all, did he not?
Yes. I saw it all. I took refuge in Port Last. There was nowhere left for me to go.
You are safe now, Elaine, and the accused cannot harm you here. What more proof is needed? We have a witness that saw the accused perform the deed. Perhaps we should move on to the sentence now. The accused's guilt is plain.
I think they actually took a -1 for failing that check. So let's assume we're at a +7 now. We're at 7 as our score, not 8. The witness has spoken. Let us move on.
Yes, let us move on. Enough has been said. I think there is someone who knows the true nature of the accused, beyond just the crime itself. Someone very close to the accused indeed. I call forth Chandra Jarrow.
What?
Feel free to speak if you'd want.
Besides, there's nothing to testify about.
Come now, Chandra. Don't be afraid. We are in a court of law. You may speak freely here.
About what? About these false accusations?
No, I am interested only in your interactions with the accused. You travel with him, do you not?
I do.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever observed the accused causing, or near, any acts that compare to the destruction at Ember?
I really don't think that...
Answer the question.
No.
Not even your home?
Well, yes. But that was different. There were...
And wasn't your home attacked twice, and is now burned to the ground?
Well, yes, but that was after...
Next time when I ask you a question, I want you to answer it, Chandra, without objecting or giving me exceptions. You are safe here, and you need not fear the accused anymore. Because you see, what I am most concerned about, Chandra, is what you think. What you really think of the accused. We know something of his activities in Neverwinter already, as well as the lands around. So think carefully before you answer.
Hope you've been treating her well. She's about to come clean.
Is he someone who might do such a thing?
No, No.
Ah, and the tone reveals all. Thank you for all your help, Chandra. I think this matter will soon be brought to a close.
I hope you get what you deserve, Ambassador.
My dear, all I want is justice.
Depending on what my relation status is with Chandra, I'm either going to have gotten a +1 or a -1 there. So I'm going to assume I got -1 and we're back to 6. Okay, but all is not lost.
Almost. You see, there's only one more I wish to speak to, and that is you. Why, I call the accused as a witness, of course.
Then ask what you will, and I shall speak the
My
truth.
question is a simple one. Why did you kill the people of Ember?
Okay, now for me, as someone who has a high skill in law, I am going to use that. I have done that twice now, and it has worked out for me. So,
We do not need a history lesson here.
and it gives me a +1 for that one, so we're back to 7.
We will allow it.
A +1 for that one, which is 8. I'm not
There is no need.
entirely sure if we get a +1 for that one as well, but
Reverend Judge, we are not here for a recounting of old wars.
I know we definitely get...
Indeed. And what dusty tome or witness shall you grasp for next in your defense? Please, amuse me with a name.
And because we read that book in the archives, that book gives us another +1. So we're now back to 9 as our score.
Not for long. Let us see if your witnesses prove as capable. No more questions, Reverend Judge.
Very well, Ambassador. The accused may now present their witnesses.
May I? I have a brief opening speech with some cutting barbs prepared, but if you'd rather be found innocent as quickly as possible...
Go ahead.
Thank you, Reverend Judge, Lord Nasher, and fine people of Neverwinter. These allegations are a farce, my lord. I mean to show you the innocence of this man, a squire of Neverwinter, and the falsehood of the accusations against him. The evidence of the ambassador from Luskan is a transparent, ill-conceived ploy to destroy the life of one of Neverwinter's loyal servants.
The accused has only been a squire for a short time, conveniently promoted after the massacre of the people of Ember. Perhaps as a reward?
Ambassador, you have had your say. Now it is time for the accused to speak. And as for you, Sand, I would refrain from such accusations without first presenting proof.
My lord, the difference is, in my statements can be found the truth. I was going to call Callum of the Neverwinter 9, the commander you met in Old Owl Well after the victory there. His voice carries a great deal of weight.
Certainly.
For our first witness, I summon Callum of Neverwinter 9.
We get a +2 straight away. That gives us 11.
Well, Lord Callum, none can doubt your service and loyalty to Neverwinter, your successful defense of our sovereign lands. You have met the accused before, have you not?
He was a great help to me in defeating the Orc bands at Old Owl Well in earlier months. Were it not for his assistance, the well would now be held by the Orcs. The soldiers of Neverwinter and the realm itself owe a deep debt of gratitude to him, and it is a travesty that these foul charges have been levied against him.
Thank you, Lord Callum. We are ever grateful to hear the words of one of the 9.
Lord Callum, I have heard you express that the charges in this court are a travesty and that they are unwarranted.
That is true. I feel the charges are unfounded.
Is it because they are given by Luskan?
Luskan has much to gain by casting down heroes of Neverwinter. Do I trust that Luskan brings such charges in good faith? I do not. Nor do I trust your motives, Ambassador. There is a reason that Low Justice and High Justice were divided by the Luskan-Neverwinter Treaty, and I do not believe that any Luskan court or advocate has justice on their mind.
But you do know that the voice of the accused's counsel is from Luskan, do you not? From the ranks of the Hosthour of the Arcane, before he fled?
That banshee!
No, I did not.
Okay, it doesn't... No, hang on. When she mentions this, so this is a possible problem. If I could make this diplomacy or intimidate check, I would. But apparently this bluff check is... It works no matter what. So I get a +1 from this.
Prove it. Let Sand speak for himself. Look at his face, people of the court, and tell me if you think it true.
It is a lie, and I am both prepared and eager to argue it in court.
So that makes us 12 as our score.
Charges or slander on the counsel of the accused has no bearing on the crime itself. I misspoke, but your behavior here, Ambassador, only grants support to my words. If there's nothing else, I think we've all wasted enough time here.
I thank Lord Callum for his time, Reverend Judge. My questions have been answered to my satisfaction.
I see Naya, the herbalist we helped in port last. I was thinking about bringing her to the stand. She could be good for our defense.
Yep. I believe we get a +2 automatically. It says that here, so that would mean 14.
Accused calls Naya, resident of Port Last. Naya, you encountered the accused in Port Last, did you not?
That's correct. I remember the accused well.
Well met again, Naya.
And well met to you. It is good to see your face again.
Could you tell us what happened?
I have been at Port Last for the past season to help fortify the town's defense. Though my duties occupied all of my time, I was concerned about the unburied bodies in Ember. I knew from a former acquaintance, a follower of Kelimvor, that after dying such violent deaths, it was possible they could arise as undead. But I could not see to them and could not convince anyone to help until the good squire came.
Yeah, it's the least I could do to help.
The squire agreed to put the dead to eternal rest.
To hide the evidence, perhaps? This is meaningless.
Thank you, Naya. You may go is the best option for me here. That gives me a +0, but if I try any of these and fail, I could lose points. So we're at 14. Let's not get greedy.
Are you done attempting to hold off a verdict? Or are you ready at last to face justice?
No, at least one more witness, I think, and we shall close the curtain on this stage. Elaine is my next choice. Her testimony may doom us unless we can get her back up to the stand.
This is the problem. This tells me that that there's two options I can give here that actually give you a +1, but I'm not sure that they actually do. So let's not include her.
I appreciate it.
As will we all when we hang from the gallows. We need to bring someone to the stand who saw through the killer's disguise, and that means Marcus.
We should automatically get a +1 here, giving us 15.
Unknown to all, there was another survivor of the Ember Massacre. A poor, frightened boy who had to hide in a well to prevent being slaughtered. How did he know to do such a thing? Why, Marcus has a gift of sight beyond sight, the gift of a seer. And he knew the murder would happen to end the true identity of the killer. Tell us what you saw, young Marcus. What you saw with your special gift.
It was a man that killed the village. He was big, much bigger than a normal man. I don't know how you could be confused. Maybe he used a magic disguise. But disguises like that don't fool me.
What is this, a joke? You bring a child seer onto the stand, ask him a question, and then have him lie for you?
Okay, these two lines here unfortunately give a -1. I don't know if I can make this diplomacy test, but there's no harm in trying, because if I do make it, I get a +1. If I don't make it, I get a -1. No. Okay, so
Reverend Judge.
back to 14.
Boy is right, but I trust my adult witnesses more, I think.
Then I shall call our next witness. Chandra, please come forward.
Sand, no!
I forget it. Let's call for a verdict. I don't want to do this because my interaction with Chandra is not high enough to be able to get any of this stuff that I need, even just to get her to actually do this. So let's just forget about it.
I don't know why I bother fighting for your cause at all if you're willing to give up as soon as a hard choice needs to be made.
The parties have spoken. Now all that remains is judgment to be passed.
There is a possibility we're going to get the high level of
Nasher
this.
has already come to the correct decision.
I certainly hope so. It's evident this was a conspiracy to frame a loyal squire of Neverwinter as a criminal of the worst sort.
Silence, Sand. I have heard enough from you, and from you, Torio. And it is enough for me to reach a decision. The case before me was a difficult one. But it seems we now know the identity of Ember's attackers. Naval, I want the ambassador, her retinue, and any remaining members of the arcane Brotherhood of Luskan outside the city gates by nightfall.
What? This is no verdict. To think the Brotherhood truly responsible.
You brought this case before me. Now you debate my verdict? I would be careful of where you point a sword when you draw it, Ambassador. And remind your masters in Luskan of that as well. I think we've wasted enough time on this. Justice has been done, and...
I claim the right of trial by combat.
Ambassador, I am tired of your games, and I will indulge you no longer.
In a matter of such importance, you would deny me my sacred right of appeal? Can Lord Nasher do that, Reverend Judge? Can he put himself above our god tier in this matter?
He cannot. The ambassador from Luskan is entitled to an appeal as she describes.
Gods. I was hoping she didn't know about it.
And who will fight for you, Torio? This is no battle with words, though I would like to see you try to match your wit against the blade of a true soldier of Neverwinter.
Indeed, you are correct, Sir Naval. Luskan is not the aggressor here, and I only wish to see justice done. But I cannot defend myself and seek justice in this matter. Is there not one who will champion the people of Ember?
Boom, boom, boom.
I will. I have listened to these lies, and will answer them with my blade, in Luskin's name.
A champion has been declared. Both the defender and the accused are required by law to report to the Temple of Justice in Neverwinter, to undergo the rite of tear, to cleanse themselves in a night of prayer and vigilance. The following morning, the champions shall meet in combat so that justice may be decided.
So be it. After the rite is observed, the trial shall be held in the morning upon the tourney grounds. Arm yourself and be ready, Squire, or choose a champion to fight for you. Because, by the gods, we have not come all this way for justice to be denied in this final hour.
So, it seems this will be decided with blood. If that is what it takes to win the day, then that is what we must do. When you are prepared, go to the Hall of Justice and speak with Prior Ham to start the rite of tear.
Alrighty. We got wrongfully accused, but we didn't get Master Orator, which means we didn't actually get a score of 14 or higher. But still, we got through it, we were successful, and we are doing good. So, okay, so that uses automatic, whereas that is selected. Good. All right, just double checking that. So we have to go back to the merchant district to do this. So let's do that. Let's put that back on. And let's just make sure we've got a full stack of arrows. Thank you very much. Seeing if there was any other spells I could get that would help me during this combat. Okay. Unfortunately, it's a little bit annoying because I don't know if there's a really good place to stay right before the combat.
Are you ready for the rite of Tyr?
I am ready.
Your companions will have to leave you alone for the first phase of the rite. It is tradition.
Please leave everyone, I will be fine.
Follow me.
Hold a moment! This rite of Tyr can wait. I haven't had my say yet.
What are you doing here?
Why am I here? Oh, well, it's because I want to take your place. That Torio, she's got you matched up with a Luskan-trained killer. There's no justice in that little viper suddenly bringing a bear out of nowhere to fight you. Let me fight him. He's a dog. Not even worthy of you. He fights like a Luskan fights, through daggers in the back, poison daggers even. We know how to solve situations. By hitting them until they break. They know it. That's why they're doing the duel now, and I want to hit them hard.
Why are you upset?
Because it's not fair, that's why. I don't mind a fight for fight's sake, but this crime they've accused you of, the slaughter of an entire village, it's more than just a fight. It's...
You feel it is unjust.
You're damn right it's unjust. This isn't just a fight. By the gods, this is honor and fairness and the lives of you and those people of Ember who were slaughtered. After all you went through, all the searching for clues and those poor villagers to lay it all on your head. By the gods, I want to fight him. I'll show him justice.
You are allowed to choose a champion. Do you wish this one to take your place? You must still undergo the rite of Tyr. But when Lorne emerges on the field tomorrow, it shall be this one who fights in your stead.
I don't know if you're supposed to actually get Kelgar to fight for you as part of his quest line, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do it myself. But it might be possible that you should do that for his quest line.
All right, but look, that Lorne fellow, he carries himself like a warrior. He's dangerous, so just be careful.
I will see your friend out, then return. May Tyr's justice fall upon us all. Here you will remain until we come for you in the morning. Gaze upon the face of Tyr, and let him gaze upon you. If you are true to your word and deeds, then you need not fear his judgment. You are permitted visitors during this time, for often justice does not solely lie in the words and deeds of the accused, and you may gain truth from the words of those closest to you. We will return for you on the morrow.
So, quiet enough for you? I mean, now that Kelgar is done ranting, I heard it from several streets away. Actually helped me find this place. I hope you don't mind if I come in here and just start speaking my mind. Otherwise, this place would seem awfully dull.
If he couldn't find the place... I thought he's lived in Neverwinter for several years. He should know where this is. Anyway, enough of that being silly. What's on your mind?
I must say, I didn't expect that we would be able to force Torio's hand like this. Trial by combat is a rather desperate maneuver, quite unlike her. It's really rather quite pleasing. And if you were to beat Lorne, well, that would make me simply ecstatic. I could help, you know.
I would welcome any help you provide as long as it is within the rules of the duel.
Here, take this. It's a few special concoctions I whipped up to help you tomorrow should Lorne decide to poison, cheat, or simply give you several gaping chest wounds. And, no need for thanks. It would just be embarrassing. Let me leave you to it. But there is one last thing. Our friend Torio. I think she's rather close to breaking. It's what happens when one is tied to an ill-conceived plan, as I once felt. And I think Torio is one who prefers to be on the winning side. Worth thinking about, especially if she is at our mercy later. Good night.
I do not understand this. To have this mockery of a trial, then still have it come down to blades at each other's throats for truth?
How long have you been here?
Long enough. I'm always watching you, and you will be wise not to forget it. Tomorrow you will have to face this Luskin, and he will most likely kill you. And your trial was for nothing.
I believe in justice, and I believe that this combat will prove it.
This is your civilization, what your walls try to hide. Nature still rules you all, no matter what you put up to keep it out. Why you are drawn to these cities, these places, is beyond me. There is still time to go. Leave Neverwinter. Leave this place.
And have the deaths at Ember go unanswered? My conscience will not allow me to do that.
Since Highcliffe, we have been through much together. Since before Highcliffe, in West Harbor, I watched. Even when you walked into the mare at dark and hunted nightbirds, I watched and kept the beasts of the mare from you. But here, I cannot help you against this man, and he understands nature's law much more than you do, I fear. Please be safe. It matters much to me. I have little else left with my circle gone and the mare lost to me. I cannot lose you as well.
It is time. Torio and Lorne await us on the field. Nasher wished me to communicate to you the importance of the coming battle, both for you and for Neverwinter itself.
This is a great honor, to be able to lay down your life for your homeland. You should savor this moment.
For too long has Luskin's arcane brotherhood had free passage in Neverwinter. This trial is a means by which their presence here can be removed. What happened at Ember was a terrible crime, and they are responsible of that, we are certain. Fight Lorne, defeat him, and you will prevent Neverwinter from sharing Ember's fate at Luskin hands. Succeed in this, and Nasher has promised to grant you your own land, and a noble title if you so wish it. These are dark times, and he needs every loyal hand by his side should more troubles fall upon us.
I will do what I can in the service of Neverwinter.
Very well. I can ask for no more. The tourney grounds await.
You know, at times like this, I feel like your squire.
I feel rather like a gnome, which is good, because I am one. My, look at all those people. What I wouldn't give for an audience such as that. Well, on a less bloody occasion, perhaps.
You sure about this? It's not too late to choose someone else to fight for you. Not like I don't have faith in you or anything.
Chandra, you changed your mind? I'm glad. After all that terrible crying last night and that phrase you kept saying, what was it? I don't see how he can possibly...
Grabnar.
Sorry. Tactless. Again. Sorry. Did I say that?
I want him to answer for what he did, I do. But that man is built like a mountain, and if he wins, well, he's out of our reach.
I can stop him. I won't let him go free.
You're frustrating. Fine. Go on and see if you can move all of Fairrun while you're at it.
I wish I could think of a song, but words fail me.
Is the accuser or her champion here?
We are here.
Is the accused or his champion here?
The accused is here and ready.
What takes place in the field here today shall resolve the crime of the razing of the village of Ember and the death of its people. Torio Claven, ambassador of Luskan, has accused one in the service of Neverwinter and has called for a trial by combat to resolve the matter. Acting on her behalf is her champion, Lorne, who will fight in her stead.
I have tried to use this one before. And it didn't. I thought it might help because we have a quest from him, or from his mother, to find out what happened to him. And we have to eventually go back to West Harbour and tell her that, you know, he's dead. But that didn't really work. I might try that one.
Too bad. You should have chosen your last words more carefully.
We call upon Tyr to help us settle this matter. Tyr's judgment shall come forth through blade and strength, through balance and resolve.
All right. Turn that on. Good, I got that on. Animal companion. And maybe try and drop. Damn it. Okay. He's in this frenzy thing that he's got, and we're not able to damage him during that. Damn it! I'm going to get through the rest of this all again as quickly as possible. It's really hard because he... Actually, I think... That one. It's really hard because there's no save point. I think there's one point where I can get a quick save earlier on.
Ready for the rite of Tyr. Your companions will have...
But if I save right at the start of the combat, then when I load back in, if I die, he's right there in front of me, not at the other side of the arena. So I've got no time to do anything, and my rapid shot's not activated, my animal companion is not out, nothing. So it does become quite difficult.
This right of Tyr can what we know how to solve.
You are allowed. You must still undergo the. Here you. We will.
I hope you don't mind if it's really rare, and I.
I do not understand this. Tomorrow you will have to face this. There is still time to go. Leave Neverwinter. Leave since Eve, but I can.
It is now this for this. What happened at Ember was succeed in this, and Nasher has promised very.
Oh, it crashed. Damn it, because I was trying to save in the middle of all that. One moment, please. Okay. We are back coming into the trial again.
Is the accused or his champion here?
What Torio acting on her behalf is her champion, Lorne, who will fight in her stead.
Shut up. Just for that, I'm going to carve my name into your hide while you still breathe.
That worked.
We call upon Tyr.
Alright. I need health. Let's just chuck that there for the moment. Oh, God damn it, I got stuck on his body. I was trying to get around him. One moment, we'll be back and do this again. Maybe this time. I actually tried loading in my animal companion before I started the whole process, and he disappeared again.
We are here. Is the accused or his champion?
What Torio acting on her behalf is her champion, Lorne, who will fight in.
Shut up.
We call.
From your soul. Is that all you have? Do you think you're even hurting me?
Damn it. The way he is, he's in this frenzy where you can't kill him. I don't remember how I've done this before. I have done this before. Like, I've done it with an archer. I've done it with a warlock. I've done it with I'm not sure, actually, if I've done it with anything else. But you've got to outlast him. And then I did it earlier today in the playthrough that I deleted. You've just got to get it to the right point. Let's see if we can do that again. Right, here we go again. Concentration failure, that's the problem. Game crashed again, and I think the key mapping is screwed up for me again.
I'm gonna break you.
Damn it! I know I can do this. Right. This time, we're going to do a little different. Not going to use our animal companion. Okay.
Do you think you're even hurt? Get ready to die. Stay still, damn you. You can't stop me. Stop me 1,000 times.
Damn it! Okay, this time I have changed my gear up a touch. I've taken a gauntlets of armor off Sand.
Or her champion here?
We are here.
Is the accused or his champion here?
What takes Torio acting on her behalf is her champion.
Shut up.
We call...
So, let's just set that up. I have taken the gloves of Iron Fist off, which only gave me a couple of extra points of damage, and I've taken off the Lesser Amulet of the Master, put on an Amulet of Vitality, which gave me more health, and put on the Braces of Armor +4, which gives me more protection, and then I've put on the Swordsman's Belt, which gives me damage reduction of 5 from any slashing attacks. So hopefully that will help. And what I would really love to do is get some really good hits on Torio early on. That's defensive casting. I thought there was a... I probably don't have the ability to do defensive combat, do I? Special abilities, Blessed Away Keen, no. Ranger modes, no, I won't worry about it. He is not hitting me as much yet. Alright, so as soon as he does that, he's not doing as much damage to me. He enters Barbarian Rage. He's slowed down now. I think that means his rage might have worn off. Yes. Yes!
You think you've won? You've won nothing. Garius lives. He seeks your death, and you will not be able to stop him. So go on. Kill me. If you have the courage. There is no law. Not here, not anywhere. You are a fool. I will never be punished for what I did at Ember. And no law, no decree will ever erase the stain I've placed on your name. Even in defeating me here, you have achieved no victory. The people of Ember are still dead.
You join them.
Justice has been served. My judgment, passed at the trial, shall now take effect as was intended. The Arcane Brotherhood of Luskan is to leave the city of Neverwinter within 3 days' time, and they are not to be permitted within our walls again. By royal decree, the possessions of the champion of the Luskan ambassador, Lorne, are to become the property of the accused. And Ambassador, you now have much to answer for. To the accused, I believe you are in need of a well-deserved rest. Please return to the Sunken Flagon. That is a command from your lord, Soldier of Neverwinter.
Word of the trial came to me faster than you did. It would have been wiser for you not to come at all.
Forgive us, Master Garius. He proved more capable than we expected.
Ember destroyed. The time wasted with this trial. I trusted you, Torio. Brutes like Lorne. They swarm the Luskan streets in hundreds, thousands. But you...
Master Garius, the one we seek, he still has the shards. They are in his possession. They can still be retrieved. Tell me what to do. I shall do it.
Do? You are to do nothing, and you are to say nothing, especially to our ally. The shards are out of my reach, for now, but I have almost all I need for the ritual, and when that is done, I shall need our ally no longer. I shall not need anyone. Leave me, Torio.
He's lucky to get out of that alive. Wolf, you're a tough one to catch. Got a message for you from that Aldernon fellow. What did he want? Came in here all rattled, he did, mumbling about some silver shard. Said he needed to talk to you right quick. Did he say where he'd been? Up at his manse, I guess. That's over in Black Lake, where us kids aren't allowed. Better pay him a visit then. All right, this is where we are going to leave it for now. Took more attempt. Well, actually, let's just quickly grab this stuff out of here. That's Lorne's possessions, and that's a gift from Lord Nasher. Now, the Amulet of Truth is actually quite good because it is true seeing, which allows you to see through invisibility and all that sort of stuff. So I think that's really good. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to give that amulet back to Chandra so that she can wear it and get some extra health out of that. So that's good. The Belt of Hill Giant Strength. A strength bonus +3 is really quite nice. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to give that belt to Chandra, who I took it off a moment ago. And then the Archer's Belt I'm going to end up selling. The Master Amulet I'm going to sell. The Gauntlets of Iron Fist I'm going to give back to Kelgar. And then there's Lorne's Falchion. Now, Lorne's Falchion would be a really, really good weapon, except it's only usable by evil. But it is a great falchion. If you were doing a crit build, that crit fighter build that I have on my channel, this is one of the better falchions you can get with it because it's a +3 enchantment bonus, which means +3 to hit and +3 damage, but it has massive criticals. So on top of the normal damage, it adds an extra 1d12 of critical damage, which is great. Really, really good, but you've got to be able to use it, which is annoying. It would be wonderful if there was a way to take that off, but you can't. At least not that I'm aware of. So we will just be selling that. But yeah, that's where we're at. Next episode, we're going to go and see what Algernon needs and go from there. So I hope everyone enjoyed this episode, and I will see you for the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye now.